you'll find the mastery we're known for. May 30th, 2013. Every lesson you're being given is ultimately designed to help you find the emotions, heart sets and understanding of the higher realms, and we ask you to treat yourselves and those around you with the grace and ease of the Creator, which many of you are beginning to find yourselves able to do with increased ease. This is because the pure energies delivering your ascension, which you are absorbing and assimilating unto yourselves with fervor yet grace, are settling upon your perspective and helping you to understand and see the divinity of every single moment of the infinite and glorious now. The now and the energy of the now are being increasingly understood by a plethora of awakening souls, and the mental desire to fight, rebel or spark argument is derived from a desire not to experience the infinite calm of the moment of now. Ego will fight very hard against your establishing of spirituality and understanding, as the lower, mental mind has thrived in the unawareness that has temporarily shielded your minds and hearts. As you are finding an easy line of connection to the higher realms per your growing into the states of consciousness you've long been destined to find, the mental need to fight or rebel is waning, and as such, your ego perceives itself to be in its death throes. The egotistical aspects of mind are indeed fading away, but your mind will forever be your ally and assistant. The mind is meant to work with the heart, and you can work with your minds from your heart center on manifesting events in your personal lives you would like to be able to experience. Manifesting necessities. We do not speak of egotistical desires, as to feed an egotistical desire is only to feed the very disintegrating lower mind that would hold you back forever if allotted. We trust you, dear souls, are beginning to see when the lower mind is attempting to take over, as you can now rightly put an end to any type of negative influence it would have over you. You'll find that mind is a great ally in the time ahead, as we've said above, as again, mind can be very helpful when working from a balanced position and when working with the heart to manifest. Abundance is indeed a necessity, but we don't intend to say that having a lot of money or material possessions is required for your growth as a soul or for your survival in the lower dimensions. Indeed they are not, and allowing oneself to fall too deep into the throes of ego and materiality actually serves to halt one's soul growth quite exponentially. You are always growing and learning, and your growth as a soul cannot be fully halted, but materiality and feeding the ego can serve to bring your soul growth to a near grinding halt, and has done so for many earthly souls who don't yet understand that there's something beyond wealth, materiality and possessions. Consumerism has only encouraged materiality and egoism, and this is why the awakenings taking place in the minds and hearts of humanity are more important than ever. It is time for humanity to learn that there are fruitful, infinite realms just beyond your conscious perspective waiting to be tapped into and felt. Shining light onto secrecy and connecting with us. The awakening you find taking place within you is only to increase in intensity, and as such, the lessons you learn and the growth you experience will be planned out in increasingly intense ways that will attempt to break open the paradigm of personally held secrecy and suppression that's run rampant. We do not speak of the secrecy and lies that have been perpetrated on the world stage, and rather, we speak of the secrets and emotions kept locked away within each individual human soul who's in desperate need of servicing and release. It's time for your ordained light to be shown onto every last aspect of your existence that has been previously covered up, as the light energies leading you ever onward toward the higher dimensions are ready to uncover all that is not in resonation with their purity. We ask you to make your attempts to feel the energies of we masters speaking before you, for we are truly here for every one of you to tap into our energies and bring forth fruitful communications and guidance as a result. We've always been with every one of you, and while souls steeped in various religions feel themselves unworthy of a solid and constant connection with us, we're truly here, within for every one of you, and we've long been waiting for you to tap into this realization and bring forth a resulting contact with us. We have always been here for every one of you, and when this can be understood, the loneliness and detachment from the divine that so many souls have felt will itself be understood as illusory and unnecessary. We say that loneliness and feelings of abandonment are unnecessary, because the love of our Creator can be felt and accessed within the minds and hearts of each one of you. We hold the impressions and energies of our Creator in everything that we do and in every interaction we are blessed with having. Calming the public. We are imbuing massive amounts of our Creator's omnipotent energy unto this communication, and unto every communication we give to various scribes and channelers who are picking up our impressions and utilizing them for the benefit of the entire collective. Every earthly soul is awakening to the reality of the existence of realms beyond your understanding, and the energies of we souls are being picked up on more and more as the very idea of communicating with us and finding it very real as steady link to our energies begins to be accepted by more souls. People on your world who have previously assumed themselves to be finite human beings will come to find the understanding of their personal divinity, but when greeted with a plethora of revelations that will make your heads spin and will open your minds and hearts to truths that many souls had previously been blocked away from, we can anticipate the collective energy levels taking quite a dive for a moment. Others have spoken of the potential difficulty that could be garnered for a very small period of time, when the initial revelations begin to surface that may upset the general public the most. Like others have, we will remind you that you are on the earth to act as a beacon of calm and light for every person who may be initially angry and indeed, even furious over the clear orchestration that has been the establishment of your society as you see it today. The souls who have been purposely held back by the cabals in the interests of greed and sacrifice, and who experience vast poverty as a result, are to be given abundance before it is delivered to the considerably more prosperous areas of your dear world. If souls in the United States and other developed countries could truly feel the starvation and lack being enforced in too many areas of your world, they would want to do everything they can to help the souls who have been forced into such positions. Blessing poverty-stricken souls. We will reiterate that every soul is where they are for a specific and ordained reason, but the suffering that's been enforced is ready to come to an end and the exponentially negative and damaging vibrations that have been manifested are ready to be healed, rather than continuing to be fed. We ask every one of you to send your purest of blessing and lighted energies toward the souls in the areas of your world experiencing such poverty and difficulty, as the cabals have wanted to put every soul who is not directly in their families, into the positions of extreme lack and difficulty that souls in various underdeveloped and third world countries have long been ready to rid themselves of. Your experience of reality has been conditioned in so many ways, and distraction has been used to keep souls in developed countries unaware of the plight of those experiencing massive difficulty and poverty. We are confident that every one of you reading this can break through the shells of distraction and complacency that would otherwise serve to have monumental effects upon you, as your attunement to the light energies and your garnering of awareness and compassion are essential if you wish to assist your collective with moving into the sovereign future we can feel you are so very ready to move into. Many of you are on the earth to act as way showers, as bridgers for the new world to come about. Channeling in various different ways. You exist on the earth, anchoring as much higher dimensional energy as you possibly can in the midst of your everyday experience. Souls all throughout your world have taken to various different means of channeling the energy of the higher realms unto and through themselves for your entire collective to benefit from. Some souls actively channel various different ascended beings whom are waiting for our energies and communications to be picked up on, and some use music or other forms of expression or art to channel vastly pure energies and vibrations through themselves, for others around them to benefit from. Every one of you plays specific and needed roles in the ascension of the earth, and to say that everything you're doing is necessary is a vast understatement. As we make our final impressions for this communication, we express that you'll find the mastery we're known for as you discover that your ability to master every lesson you are given is actually much stronger than you've allowed yourselves to believe. Illusory limitation will no longer keep you shackled to the realms of the unconscious, and as always, we are guiding you ever onward into perceptions that you have not felt in quite a while but that nonetheless will feel so very familiar. Thank you to the Ascended Masters. Upon reading over this section of the message, I asked the Ascended Masters if they could provide a bit more clarification on the necessity of abundance. This was their response. When we refer to the necessity of abundance, we speak of the personal, spiritual abundance and sovereignty that every soul deserves and requires along their path of understanding their innate godhood and spiritual ability. Outward abundance, manifested in one's physical reality in the form of enough funds to survive in their everyday lives, comes as a result of the garnering of enlightenment and personal, spiritual abundance. So it seems that, just as they said, they weren't speaking of financial abundance in the referenced section but rather, spiritual abundance and sovereignty. Channeled through Wes Anak. WesAnak.com. AquariusParadigm.com